Good morning, everybody, and welcome to practice today. Let's just start wherever we are. So lying down or sitting up if you like, kneeling, easy cross. It's okay. Any one of those is fine. Close your eyes. Maybe the hands go to the belly or to the lap or to the knees or to the sides. Don't overthink it too much. Just try and land in your skin as you are on the eve of this new moon and also of the solar eclipse happening tonight. It's beautiful doorway, a time or a moment of changing tides, a time of really big turnover, the outgoing of many old things, many old ways, ends of the lessons of 2021, and the beginning point of something new, a new phase, a new timeline. We talk about the energies now being a setup that will extend through to 2029. So this is very much about next steps in our lives. Whatever that might mean for you, whatever phase or part of the cycle you're personally working through. And as we move through changing times, as we move through transformative times, as we move through the doorway between the wood energies of spring and the fire energies of summer, we're being called to vision. We're being called to see as far as we can, to choose our path and to live bravely through the heart space. To step forward into our heart's desires, to step forward into that which is our true calling, our passion. And sometimes these things lack language because they're quantum really in that heart field, and their language is one of emotion. So to decipher it, we have to go into the heart itself. So let your breath just start to focus around the center of the chest and the energetic heart space. As if you were breathing just in and out through the diaphragm. And it's just a natural breath, or if you want to take it a little further, you can start to work ujjayi breathing. But just start to feel the wall of the chest, the front, the sides, as the breath swells to the upper arms, the back of the body. Let the skin stretch a little with that inhale. And then allow the breath, just simply be allowing of the breath to draw you, especially that mental body, really deep in towards the heart on exhale. As if you could gather the mental field and just fold it softly into the heart space. And then start to go into the belly. Start to work the breath into the lower belly, the waist and the kidneys. So it's the same circumferential attention, but it's lower in the body. It's a lower strata. And just let the breath rise up from the belly, up into that diaphragm space once again. And then let it come right up into the shoulders, the collarbones. And then let it descend. Again, folding the thought space gently in, gathering its edges somewhat so that you can move from a deeper knowing. Stay with the breath and start to feel now the roof of the skull. And see if you can draw the skull quite light upwards towards the ceiling. As if you wanted to lengthen all of the vertebral spaces. As if you wanted to grow taller in your seat. And we're moving up to connect with Wood's vision, the vision of spring. And we're moving in to connect with the purpose and the passion of heart. As we try to bring these two together into a meaningful and purposeful life. Whatever that means for you. Let's bring the palms together in prayer over the heart and bow the head. And just welcoming yourself into your practice this morning. Release the hands. And in whatever position you're in, let's just take a moment to readjust to a kneeling. So come on through. A couple of options here. Those who want to just sit in a traditional kneeling position, do so. Those who maybe want to bring it through to Virasana, dropping the buttocks to the floor between the heels, do so. We can do a kind of a halfway version. You can sit up on a brick if it feels like it's a little bit too strong to sit through the base just right now in the knees. Now we're attempting here, of course, to bring the knees together, but that's okay if they're not together right now. So if none of those seem like they're okay today, go with an easy cross. So stay in that position, that'll be just fine. Slide the hands out to the end of the knees and bring the thumbs and first fingers together and then turn the palms over. So you open up through the inner arm. And you slightly lift the chest through. Chin is down. Now take the measure of your seat by lifting the pubic bone slightly and finding yourself on the middle of the sitting bone. You should feel a small engagement in the abdominal area as you work that. And then align your shoulders over that sitting bone point. Let your front ribs drop a little down as the back ribs lift a little up. And you now effort to draw the ribs off the hips. Keep breathing. And then raise the arms in front of you and interlace the fingers. Press the palm away. And with your inhale, raise the arms upwards to the roof. Try not to distort the torso as the arms go up. So that's more or less what often happens. And just with whatever's available, side bend to the left. Just with whatever's available. Inhale, come up. And exhale to the right. Inhale, come up again to the left. Drop the left hand down, turn the right palm over, and go a little deeper into that side bend. So right side body stretching. Turn the head, look up if you can. Few deep breaths. Good, come up to the center and just cartwheel the arms, take it over, right down, left over. Turn, look up if you can. And again, try not to distort the torso. One more of these to each side. So take it over, left down, right over. Turn the head, look up. Front ribs are down. We're opening, we're softening the edges, the peripheral. Inhale, come up. And last one. Good, and inhale, coming back to the center. Bring the hands up to prayer over the heart and lower the heel of the hand so it's level with the elbows. Press the hands down. Thumb is about level with the middle of the sternum. And then just slide the hands, the whole armature over to the right. And keep your eyes on the tip of the fingers, but your chest at the midline, and then come back to the center. And then do the same to the left. Now, what you might start to feel is from the little finger to the outer elbow, let's come back to the center, the heart channel. Go over to the right. You might even feel it going from the outer elbow, inner elbow up to the armpit. Heart 1. Come back to the center, opposite side. So this slowly starts to open the heart channel. So just move from side to side as we begin to awaken this channel for the very first time this season. See if you can start to visualize it. If you can't feel it, moving all the way up into the very center of the armpit. Good, and coming back to the center. Release the hands. Now, however you're going to get out of this, you might be able to lean back and just uncurl the legs, or you might need to be a little bit more creative, but unravel as best you can. And then slide the legs out wide. They don't have to be super wide, but just take them out to a comfortable width for you. Might be just 45 degrees. Turn to the left. And keep the torso strongly upright here. So weight down through the right rear sitting bone and lift the pubic bone up, just as we did in the previous pose. Drop the front ribs down. Be light through the crown of the head. Come back to the center with inhale. Keep tone in the legs. Switch twisting to the right now. Weight the left sitting bone right down. Really weight it down. You want to feel it actioned. Front ribs are down, so don't be tempted to pigeon the chest in order to get more out of the twist. Inhale, coming back to the center. Exhale, twist to the left, but take your right hand a little further down the leg towards maybe the shin bone. So now the torso leans forward a little. It's harder to keep it up, right? Turning, weight the right sitting bone down. You feel how we're just continuing to work into the boundaries of the torso. Coming back to the center, inhale, do the same to the right leg. Left hand coming across, right hand supports, left sitting bone weights down. Use the left hand to lift up through the chest. And breathe open all of the edges. Inhale, coming back to the center. Okay, repeat that, or right hand little toe side of the left foot. Lift up, twist. Left hand is just ballast. Have that left hand wherever you can. Turn the navel. Good. Inhale, come to center. Take it over now. Last one. Left hand, little toe side. If you can, or just go for shin. Turn the belly to the right. Lifting up away from that right leg. So we're not trying to fold down right now. Inhale, come back to the center. Lift up through the knees. You can feel how the side body is softening even further. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Hold the ankles, open the toes. Hold, yes, hold shins, hold knees, wherever you can grab, but just lift the chest here. And then for a couple of breaths, any amount, come forward. And all we're trying to do is just initiate now, opening a little lower in the side seams, a little lower in the torso, and come down towards the hips. That's all we're trying to do. There's no end point here. Keep the chest lifted, don't round the head. Inhale, coming up. Okay, take the left lower leg out just enough so that the left leg has a 90-degree at the back of the knee. That's all. Okay, now we'll fold the right leg over. So now the right foot's facing behind us. Right knee is bent, and you've got a 90-degree at the back of the right knee as well. So we've worked this pose a couple of times in class this week. Turn the chest to the left. Drop both hands down to the floor behind you and sink the chest. Now the right hip is lifted. Let it lift. Maybe bring the forearms down to the floor if you can. You know where to go, where to work to. And then a possibility to extend the pose here is just reach the right hand out. So the right ribs are drawing long now. Long breath. See if you can sink the right hip away from the right arm, the right ribs. Good, and inhale, coming all the way back up and back to Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Lead with the heart, bring it forwards. But we're not trying to push this. There's no force here. Just letting the heart take us forward any amount. Inhale, come up. So now same pose, opposite side. Right lower leg. Just step the foot and lower leg out a little bit till you get 90-degree at the back of the knee. Then turn the left leg over. So you're bringing it back behind you, 90-degree at the back of the knee. So sending that calf muscle away. Lift the left hip, turn to the right, drop your hands down to the floor there. There's a twist and drop. Left hip's just lifting here. Maybe the forearms can come to the floor. Maybe you can extend that left arm forwards. So it's left arm extending along the left rib line. Move the left hip away from the rib. Deepen the breath. Good, and inhale, slowly coming back. Konasana, bring it in. And softly drop forward. Again, let the heart lead. Don't let the body take over. Don't let the mind force you down. Good, feel what we've softened. And inhale, come up, cross the ankles over. We're going to downward facing dog. Let's take it through. So let's widen the feet to the width of the mat. especially if the hamstrings or lower back are just a little tight. And then sink the heels down and lift the toes. Firm the thighs. If you can deeply spread the fingers and push down and forward into the mat so that you've got this really long feeling from the palm of the hand to the front of the groin. We want to try and extend and create space and calm around the heart. So bring the front ribs in so that it's contained and let all of the rib bodies spread. And then bring the feet into just your normal working width at hip distance. Step the left foot in next to the right. And then raise the right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Turn the ribs, turn the knee, turn the leg, the hip. Inhale. And exhale. Step the right foot through to the little finger side of the right hand. Drop the left knee down and turn the right toes out. And really drop the hips through. So now just taking that softening, again, all the places that we're trying to unpack here, the sides of the torso, the shoulders, the hips. We want to just try and create an outgoing tide here. So deep, slow breaths. Move the body a little side to side inside the pose. Nice. On your exhalation, press the chest down towards the floor. Deepen, bend the elbows, and then inhale, coming back up. So it's like a press up. 2 more. Exhale down. Keep the elbows nice and tight in towards the ribs. Inhale, coming up. Last one. Exhale down. Inhale up. Lift the right knee off the floor. Shift the right leg back into a 3-legged dog. And then exhale, bring it down, downward facing dog, just regular. Take a few breaths, be still. And then step the right foot closer to the left. Inhale, raise the left leg high, turn the whole left half of the body. See if you can feel the outer right buttock working to stabilize the pose. And then exhale, swing the left knee through. We're bringing the left foot to the little finger side of the left hand. Turn the left toes out, drop the right knee down, and again, drop the hips through. So here, it's really important that the chest feels elevated, feels light and lifted. So if that means bringing a brick underneath the hands, then just bring that in. Inhale fully. As you exhale, just let the hips excavate. Let them move a little, let them unpack, let them unwind. Right now, just in these currents, there's a lot of the lessons of the last few years just kind of rounding up, completing. So just see if you, whatever you can let go, whatever's holding, whatever's residual. And then inhale and exhale, press the chest down. Inhale, come up. 2 more like that. Exhaling down. Elbows are really tight to the side ribs here. Inhale, come up. Okay, last one. Exhale down. And inhale, coming up. Lift the right knee off the floor and then swing the right leg back in, left leg back, into a 3-legged dog. And then bring that left leg down into just a regular downward facing dog. Take that still point, those few breaths where you check back in. Inhale, come forwards to plank. And on your exhalation, either just take a stiff body down to the floor or come down with me, knees, chest, chin. Round down through the tail. Open the feet to the width of the mat and take the hands outside the mat but level with the shoulders. Inhale, slowly draw the body up by straightening or partially straightening the arms. And keep the pubic bone down on the floor. Only go as high as you can without jamming in the back. Lengthen the little toe side of the foot down towards the floor and just come to the fingertips. Keep breathing and be mindful that the thigh muscles are working, that the pubic bone is lifting to the navel. There's a strong sense in the lower body here. And then take the fingers off the floor. Reach back behind you and interlace them at the sacrum and open the chest. Now be really mindful of the back of the neck. Keep it soft, keep it long. Breathe to the back of the lungs here. And then from the pubic bone, raise the thighs off the floor. Let things gather up around the lower back as if they were drawing in. Good, and slowly lower down. Just rest the forehead and the muscles of the back body for a moment. And for those who want to go a little further, we're going to bring the hands into reverse prayer here. So you might just hold opposite elbows. You might bring the palms together in prayer behind you. You might work the previous version with hands interlaced. Tops of feet to the floor now, sitting bones towards the heels, firm the thighs. And on inhalation, just lift the chest. Now see if you can coil the upper arms away from the chest. See if you can breathe to the back body. Then from the pubic bone, raise the legs. 3 deep breaths. So slow it down. Let it be a pose that draws you in. See if you can light that fire in the heart as you breathe. Last one. And exhale slowly down. Release the wrists and hands. Bring the palms to the floor right beside the chest. Walk the feet into hip distance apart. And with your inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward dog. And just really let everything come to a still point in the downward dog. So soft, long breath. Eyes soft and surrendered. Breathing around the heart in the chest. As if we wanted to allow the pose to emanate, to radiate from that point. Let's walk the feet forwards to the top of the mat. We're setting up for a standing forward fold. You might like to work with a brick. So inhale, set up for the half lift. Feet at hip distance. Extend through the side ribs. And then stay here if the hamstrings or lower back are a little tight today. Or exhale, bend the knees a little, take it down. And just breathe to the whole kidney space. As if you wanted to kind of disperse it a little, to let it Let it radiate out around the whole body. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring the body to stand. Inhale, raise the arms, reach for the roof. And exhale, bring the hands down in prayer over the chest. Virasana, tree pose. Drop the body weight into the right foot and bring the left leg up into the pose. So left knee is bent. So you can go inner thigh, inner calf muscle, inner ankle. And I want you to just choose where you want to work with your arms. So the lower you go, the more balance you are offered. The higher you go, of course, the more challenge. So I want you to decide what feels like a better working point for you today. And think about all of the side body that we opened. Think about all of the peripheral, as if we were just polishing that lens. And with your inner eye, can you cast your vision wide into the possibilities, into the potentials, into the options? Falling is also yoga. Nice deep breath here. Inhale, rolling left thigh open. And then lower the hands slowly. We're stepping the left leg to the back of the mat. Veerabhadrasana 2 is where we're going. So nice wide stance, sink the hips down, float the arms up. And just steady. It's as if we're anchoring that vision, anchoring that potential within ourselves, but without rushing forward into the future, just steady, slow, moving from the heart right here in this space. Reaching back, reaching forwards. Inhale. On your exhalation, slowly straighten through the front leg, lower the arms. We're just going to step forwards to the top of the mat. So that's 1 step or 2 for you, just depending. Tadasana. Drop weight into the left leg, bring the right leg up into tree pose. Take a moment, lifting that inner right thigh from the groin to the inner knee. And then take the arms up wherever you're working with them. So you might go palms to prayer over the heart today. Arms out to the sides. Might be creative. The traditional pose is palms of the hands together over the head. See if you can lengthen the side ribs evenly as again, you cast that inner eye out. So look forwards towards the wall in front, but look through the wall. So the vision stops being the hard vision of the 3D and moves into this softer, more quantum vision point. Feel the right buttock as you're working that right knee back, right hip open. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands down. We're going to Virabhadrasana 2. So that right leg will become back foot. Slowly step it back. Deep bend through the front knee. Float the arms up. And just commit. Trying not to move too far ahead into the future, but steadily committing to it anyway. Sink the hips down, move the right ribs back. Inhale. Exhale, straighten through the front leg. Step the back foot forward, 1 step or 2. Find yourself back at front of mat, Tadasana. Virasana, left leg. You know I love repetition.
Every time you come to it, it's different. It's more mature. So go with that. Find that point ahead of you on the wall, and then just cast your inner vision into that. It's like a beam, like a lighthouse. Just reaching outwards to that message from the future self. Feel the inner groin, left leg, as you try to open the hip this side. Feel the grounding happening beneath you on the right leg. Virabhadrasana 2. Let's step it back. So lower the hands. You know, however you transition with that, might be a couple of steps to back of the mat. You might land it first time. Raise the arms. Sink the hips. Firm the back thigh and inhale. And as you exhale, come forward. And as you come forward, roll this right thigh out, but keep the right big toe down. Okay, either go forearm to thigh, big toe side hand to brick, or big toe side hand to floor. Turn the gaze and look up towards the left arm that's extending towards the roof here. Now, from the chambers of the heart, can you widen the arms? As if you were really working, not from the shoulders, but from somewhere much deeper than that. Sink the hips. Okay, ground the feet and take the top left arm over. Nice deep breaths. Turn the right ribs through. Good. And then left arm to the roof. Turn, look down, straighten the left leg. It's a Konasana. Inhale, coming all the way up. Okay, whether you need to do 2 steps or 1, let's get that left foot back, top of mat. Tadasana. That felt big. Okay, right leg. Trikonasana. Not Trikonasana, Virasana. It's a Sanskrit Freudian slip. Okay, whatever mudra you're working in. The work here is in that element of wood. The work here is in many ways in the eyes, the dristi, the capacity to move forward, to take in the horizon, all of the potentials, all of the options, known and unknown. And it's not even as if we were looking for them. We just simply soften the vision and open to them to come. See, this is the different language of the heart. Nice. We're going to Veerabhadrasana 2. Right leg is moving to the back of the mat. Turn the right heel down. Sink through the front left knee. Raise the arms. Just let them float up. And keep your eyes on that same point, because your devotion is your commitment. It's your endurance. It's like the slow cook, the deep permanent change, the turnover of the timelines. Good, coming forward, keep rolling left thigh out. So what's our options? Forearm to thigh, hand to brick, hand to floor, big toe side, right arm to the roof, turn, look up. And again, from the edges of the heart, can you move out into the center of the palm? And then take the top arm over as you press the rear foot down deep into the floor. Left ribs are coming under.
Nice. Turn the gaze, look to the mat. Raise the right arm to the roof. That's your top arm. Okay, now straighten the bottom leg. Straighten the leg. So Konasana, but we're looking down. Good. From the back foot, inhale, come up. And step forward 1 or 2 steps, top of mat. Tadasana. Feel how the lower bodies can just grounding, bedding down deeply, but feel how expansive the upper body is becoming. Okay, Virasana. Got Konasana on the brain today. Left outer hip, your mudra, wherever you're working on this side. The leg might be fatiguing slightly, so you might need to lower the arms. It's about the vision anyway. So go with that strongly. And back to that point on the wall. This is our commitment. Hold the point. Transitioning, second warrior. If you can do it all without taking your eyes off that single point in front of you. Feel the back buttock. Feel the back leg. Good. Konasana, your version. Right hand down, left arm over. Turn the gaze, look down. Okay, top arm, left arm comes through and tucks into the waistband of the pants or moves towards right buttock. Right hand comes under and takes hold of the left. Slowly straighten the front right leg. Bound Konasana. Good. Right hand down for regular Konasana. Left arm up on inhale. Let it be really broad. Open it from the chest. Beautiful. From the back leg, inhale, come up. Step forward with the back foot. Tadasana. Ooh, whole body now. Okay, last one. Right leg coming up into Virasana. Find that point on the wall in front. Commit to it. Warrior 2. Try not to take your eyes off that point as you transition. Sink down. So you are unwavering in this work from the heart. Konasana, your version. Right down, left over. Now raise right arm to the roof and then take it down behind you, waistband of the pants, or all the way through to left buttock. Pick the left arm up, interlace the fingers behind you. Good. Look down towards the front foot. Straighten the front leg as best you're able. Bound variation, Konasana. Good. Undo the bindings. Left hand down, inhale, right arm up. Notice how easy the pose is. Nice. Inhale, come up to standing. Step the back foot forward, front of the mat. Tadasana. Close your eyes. Steady your full height. Lower the arms and inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, forward fold, bring it through. Inhale, half lift. Go right on and open the chest. And exhale, stepping back, downward dog. Let's come through just one time through a flow here. So inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Round the tail down. Inhale, lift cobra. And exhale, take the buttocks back to the heels. Let's just sink the buttock down between the heels of the feet. So we're back into the Virasana. So you might like to grab a brick to just make sure you've got some support under that seat. See if we can't unfold the right leg here. So right foot forward. Right hand holds onto the little toe side of the right foot. Left hand out beside you to stabilize. And just straighten that right leg, the heron. Lift the chest. Now, if you can't straighten the leg, you work with a partial straight. The quality of the lift in the chest is way more important than whatever is happening in the hamstring. So I want you to tune the body accordingly. Lift through the soft palate. See if you can bring both hands up to that front leg. Good. Slowly release. Okay, fold the right leg back in. Or get it in your way, just be graceful. Unfold the left leg. All right, from here, right hand stabilizes, left hand little toe side, go right on and straighten that right leg, left leg forward, lift the chest. Remember, you can just partially straighten. The quality is in where is my spine. As soon as that spine's rounding, you've lost it. So please come back to where it has integrity and the heart can open. See if you can bring the right hand up to hold the left. I was inspired because I was down at the beach a few days ago and there's all these beautiful herons picking through the seaweeds that's washed up. Nice. Slowly, slowly release. Take your time. This time we're going to take, excuse me, both legs out long. Now, you might like a little seat underneath you as we take the legs wide. So remember, we kind of touched into this one at the beginning of class. We're just coming back to it now that we're moving towards the end point. So we're coming back into what we've cultivated, what we've achieved in the body. Let's bring the right sole of foot to the floor as if we were in a little squat position through the right foot, but the buttocks are firmly on the ground here. Bring the left hand to the right ankle. Left hand, right ankle. Raise the right arm up to the roof. You've got to be good at twister if you do yoga. Slide, side bend over to the left. Take it down. See if you can get that left elbow down to the floor. If it doesn't go to the floor, bring it to the brick. Try left elbow to the brick. It's really nice to get that left elbow in contact so that we can use it to open the body. It's okay to bend that left knee. If it's too strong for you, turn the gaze, look up. So we're recreating in a brand new shape. It's like a whole new beginning. Inhale, coming all the way up. Straighten out through the right leg. Woo. Bend up through the left. Again, buttock is on the floor, left leg's nice and bent. Got that brick handy. Know that you can bend the right knee to modify. Okay, right hand, left ankle. Left hand to the roof. Slowly side bend. Take it over. We want to get that elbow down, brick or floor. Turning, turning. Your right hand is going to help you draw the right ribs through. Left hand reaching over, maybe holding little toe side of foot. And try to keep moving that left knee back. Inhale. Coming all the way up. Both legs out long. It was inevitable. Let's come forwards. So again, just this pose is, again, it's very much about the width of our vista. So don't push it. Bend the knees. Allow there to be space for the pelvis to rotate against the thighs. Great if you can get the chin to the floor, amazing, but it doesn't make you a better practitioner, and it doesn't mean that your vision is wider than another's. Just simply let the pose be arrived at from that quantum field of the heart. There's no need to push or prove. All we need to do is widen the vision to allow for heart's interpretation here. Inhale, slowly coming up and bend the knees. So just take a hold of the inner mid thighs and draw the feet together here. Konasana. Again, we were also here earlier in the practice. And just bring yourself upright. Close your eyes. Let everything become still. And then slowly, if you feel that calling, start to come forward in the shape. Again, don't push it. See if you can follow the heart. Another way to say follow the heart is to say live in truth. So see if you can live in truth here. When we live in truth, we step into fulfillment. We step into a life that is meaningful, purposeful. And inhale, slowly coming up. Just use the hands to bring the knees together and give yourself a hug. And let's remove that blanket or prop, whatever you've got behind you, just take it out. And we'll take the bolster or just a folded blanket. If you haven't got a bolster handy, lay it out long on the mat. Switch yourself around so that you come just with your sacrum about a fist width away from the edge of the bolster, and just slowly lay your spine down. Make sure there's a lot of space between the bolster's edge and the sacrum. So just so that it feels, you can feel there's space in the spine. We're not going to take Konasana because we've done quite a lot of hip opening work today. So let's just take the legs out long on the mat. Arms to the sides of the body or overhead if that feels okay. Just letting the legs come to neutral. Letting that soft back bend be received by the body. Everything letting go. If you're happy to stay here for Shavasana, then stay. If you feel like maybe you'd like something more traditional for Shavasana, just take the bolster out from behind the back. Maybe bring it under the knees and bring yourself down to lay on the floor. Just taking a few longer breaths, a few more conscious breaths. Those types of breaths that
Bring you a little back towards the surface of the skin. Bring the sole of your right foot to the floor and roll over to the left. And use your hands to slowly bring you upright to a seated position. And just take a moment in your seat. Take the measure of your practice. Bringing the palms of the hands together in prayer over the heart, bow the head. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.